let's edit this so that it's the right day. Okay. Let's see if we are live. All right. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Amy coming at you live from Yokohama. My poor face is breaking out. But, well, what can you do? So, yes. All right. How is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, but my face is breaking out. So, breaking out, what does that mean? It means that I have these, like here is a big one right here on my chin, maybe, yeah, so many pimples. It's like I'm a teenager. I'm already in my mid-40s, but I have teenager skin. Why? Okay, anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. And let's see here. Yeah, we're getting kind of a late start. Hey, Kanchan, we're getting a little bit of a late start. But yeah, so I was eating dinner and I just ate the last of the raviolis. Do you know what raviolis are? So raviolis are, every culture, it seems, has its own style of dumpling, right? So China and Japan's dumplings are pretty similar. So you got, in the US, we call Chinese dumplings, we call them pot stickers. So I'll put that in the chat, actually. Pot stickers. But of course, Japanese dumplings are called gyoza. But I don't know, are gyoza considered Japanese food or Chinese food? Because I know shumai is considered Chinese food, right? But yeah, it's interesting. So I'm not sure. But every country has three different, I'm sure more, but three different dishes. So always some sort of meatball. So, Japanese have tsukune and Americans have like spaghetti and meatballs. And then of course there's the famous Swedish meatballs. So every culture seems to have some sort of meatball. And then, of course the spaghetti and meatballs, I say, but that came from Italy. So second, there's always some sort of chicken and rice dish. So all around the world, you can find dishes with, combining chicken and rice together. So it's really interesting. Let's see. Oh, okay. My husband sent me a message saying that there's a possible non-joke topic. Okay, I'll open it. Okay. Go for it. All right, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. So while I'm waiting for him on that, I will tell you about the third dish. So you have meatballs, chicken and rice, and dumplings. So, okay. My husband was saying that Americans don't have a dumpling recipe, but I just thought of the dumplings that we have in the US. And I don't know if it's an American original, but it's definitely American. We've made it ours. And that is chicken and dumplings. So what the dumplings are, let's see. Oh, okay. So my husband actually does have a good topic. Okay. All right. I will talk to you guys about this. Okay. So, let's see here. I'm got sidetracked now. So chicken and dumplings, it's kind of like a soup stew. So it's kind of like a thick soup, and it's creamier than chicken noodle soup, which is usually, we usually use egg noodles. So egg noodles are kind of a little bit wide, flat, short noodle. And they're usually a little bit, not curly, but a little bit twisted. Okay, so Kazumi is saying something. She says, shumai and gyoza are from China originally. Yeah, so gyoza and shumai are both from China. But I don't know. I feel like if I visited China, I think that the gyoza and the shumai that I would get there would taste different from Japanese. So I think it's just like, you know, Japanese curry, right? So curry, of course, is not a Japanese dish, it's an Indian dish. But there is definitely a type of Japanese curry. Japanese curry is not as full of spice, and it's not as strong. It's a much more mild flavor than Indian curries that I found. Yeah, so I wonder what the difference is between the two, because I love Chinese food, so I would be interested in doing a taste test. Yeah, I love them. But yeah, so chicken and dumplings, it's this stew with, let's see, carrots, green peas. So we don't say green peas. Well, I don't in California. We just say peas. So we have, so chicken, of course, peas, carrots, maybe potatoes. Americans love potatoes, so it wouldn't surprise me if we put potatoes in there as well. And then the dumplings. And the dumplings are simply just little balls of dough. So it's kind of like flour and something else. I don't know what else is in them. But there's nothing inside the dumplings, but it's just kind of like lumps, like big lumps. But they're really tasty. Oh, I haven't had chicken and dumplings in years. So yeah, it's really good. I miss chicken and dumplings, but yes. Okay, so let's see. Oh my God, my husband said he is such a goof. He sent me the really good thing, and then he sent me a joke again. He's so bad. Trying to make me unprofessional. But anyways, yeah, so there's always those kind of three things, and I don't know what made me think of that now. Oh, so raviolis. Okay, so raviolis are kind of like Italian dumplings, and inside of the raviolis can have many different things. These ones I bought from Costco, right? And I bought them from Costco, and oh my gosh, they're so good. I was so excited to find raviolis because I haven't had, the entire time that I've been in Japan, I've had raviolis twice. So I love raviolis so much, but they're extremely difficult to find in Japan. I'm not sure why. Maybe Japanese people don't really care for raviolis, but I love them, and my husband loves them. You can occasionally find them at Gyeomsupa as well. So if you go to Gyeomsupa, look for the raviolis. They're delicious. You can choose any. Here's the beautiful thing about raviolis. You can choose any sauce you want. Any sauce you want, and put it like, okay, hang on. Sorry. I said any sauce. That might be confusing. Any pasta sauce. So don't put soy sauce on them. That would be a little weird. But any pasta sauce. You could probably, you know, I don't care too much for Italian food is like my favorite food in the world, so I don't really care so much for Japanese style pasta. because I think Japanese taste goes really well with like glass noodles, and I can't remember the dish's name, really popular in summer, and it's got like some thinly sliced vegetables and a little bit of meat around like ramen or glass noodles, and it's super good. I love that one. So I feel like, you know, for pasta, there's many different types of men, right? Many different types of noodles in the world. But I think for pasta, I really prefer Italian sauces. So you can choose, but you could probably do this because, how can I say? Inside of these particular raviolis is mozzarella cheese and spinach. So because I don't have a lot of experience with, how can I say Japanese style? Wahoo? Kind of Japanese style pasta, because I don't have much experience with it. I usually feel like that would be with some seafood or something like that, or put like nori on top. So that's not something that's in my realm of experience. So I don't really tend to eat like that. But yeah, so I chose for tonight's dinner, I chose a bolognese sauce. So you can get a cream sauce, you can get a bolognese sauce, you can probably get a Japanese sauce. I don't know, try it out. But, oh, so good. And the cheese in these things. Yeah, of course, I love cheese. I'm like a cheeseaholic. I love cheese. And these raviolis were so delicious, and sometimes when you would bite the ravioli and then cheese would come out, I'm like, it just makes it so exciting. So yeah, and I was able to buy some garlic bread, some fresh garlic bread from the supermarket. So delicious. So shout out to Hisae for taking me to Costco. And yes, that was amazing. We have to go again. But I hope your husband's feeling better. Yeah, so raviolis. Yeah, so that's why I was a little bit late to the broadcast today. But most people catch it on the replay, so it's not a big deal. All right, so today I did want to talk about a couple of topics. So first of all, I've watched a couple of Quentin Tarantino is a very famous American director. So Quentin... Sounds Italian, doesn't it? So Quentin Tarantino, I don't know, maybe he's Italian, I don't know, he's American. But he is, I like a lot of his work, and recently, in the last week or two, my husband and I have watched 2 of his films that we haven't watched before. So we both really like Pulp Fiction. My big brother is watching the broadcast. Hello. So yes. So Truckin' is my brother. Hey. Yeah, we have about a 5 or 10 second lag between actual live here and kind of a broadcast delay. So yes, I received some a strange message from my sister-in-law, my big brother's wife, and I wasn't sure if it was really her who had sent it, because it was a little bit strange. So let's see. I didn't check because I had to go live. Okay, yeah. So yeah, apparently, yeah, she was hacked. So be really careful about people who you think you know, but just double check with them. Give them a quick phone call before you do anything, and make sure that if a person you know tries to reach you in a different kind of way than you're used to, give them a call and find out. So for me, I got in touch with my big brother and I said, hey, did Linda, my sister-in-law, did Linda send me information about blah, blah, blah? And he said, no, she changed her password because she was hacked. I said, aha. I thought something was a little strange. So, but the scammer was very, very good. They almost got me. So the only thing was instead of sending me a link, because it was for some sort of COVID grant from the government that, and you know, the American government has been supporting its citizens around the world. So even though I live in Japan, the support has reached me here, which has been very fortuitous. So fortuitous, it's how can I say? So fortuitous, the fortune is fortune, right? So I've been very fortunate, right? So fortuitous, fortunate, it's the same root. So I've been very, very fortuitous with that in helping me survive this, COVID pandemic. But, so be careful out there. The scammers are getting very, very clever. Very clever. They almost got me this time. So, but I had the smarts because people have told me, hey, be careful. It's like, okay, so I hope that my warning can serve as a helping message to somebody else. All right. So back to movies. So Quentin Tarantino he's a very good director, but some of his behavior I don't like. For example, in one movie, apparently he choked an actress. So that's not okay. I'm not okay with that. But yeah, it's really difficult to tell when we should stop paying attention to someone. It's very tricky, especially when they provide art. It's difficult, and a lot of Americans have been looking at this kind of situation. If you're interested in learning more about it, it's what we call kind of cancel culture. So if we say somebody is canceled, it means we no longer support them. Japanese people do it too, but it's not. I feel like this is one of those high context, low context language issues. Whereas in Japan, it's natural. If somebody does something bad, they get arrested for drugs or, sexual misconduct. Everybody starts ignoring them, right? But in the US, it has to be a little bit more obvious because we have such a low context culture. So it's very, very tricky. But yeah, if you want to look it up, you can look up cancel culture. And there's a lot of discussion and debate about this. But I feel that, my personal opinion is that if somebody, I don't care if it's like your favorite actor or something, if they do something that's so bad, I don't think we should support them in their future endeavors. So, and a lot of very famous people have experienced this backlash. Backlash. I was talking to one of my students about this backlash. Hang on. This is a good word. Not bandits. Backlash. Okay. So one of my students, and I know one of my viewers knows who this is. So it's kairichi. So kairichi o abiru. Okay. So literally what it means is to be splattered by the blood from one's victim, right? So you stab somebody and then the blood splashes back to you. What we call this is kind of backlash. So, backlash. So even though we're attacking something or somebody, it comes back to you. So this is kind of how, basically like if somebody does some sexual misconduct, even though they hurt the person, then the blood comes back to them in non-support of that person's future activities. But yeah, really the big, I would say the big debate, and something I still struggle with, is when do we cut them off? When do we cut them off? Are we allowed morally to continue to support it, not even support, but to enjoy this person's previous work? It's really tricky. It's really tricky, and I still don't have an answer. I really struggle with it sometimes. Fortunately, not many people that I've enjoyed, that I've enjoyed their work. I don't mind cutting them out. But for some celebrities, it's been hard. Not for them, because who cares about them, because they're doing bad things to people, but it's hurting their fans and their community. So it's a complex issue. So anyways, so Quentin Tarantino, I love a lot of his work, and I want to say that I'd seen most of his movies, but maybe the more recent ones I haven't really seen. So we watched 2 movies, and both of them were pretty good. The first, or actually, we kind of watched them in reverse order. So we watched a movie called Inglourious Basterds. And it is misspelled. The Bastards is misspelled. Bastards is supposed to have Bastards. I don't know why it's misspelled. It's supposed to be misspelled. I don't know why. But that one is about basically in Nazi Germany, there was a person who it was really very the reason I love Tarantino's films is because he really weaves a story very well. So the story is very interwoven and pretty complex, so it makes it enjoyable to watch. So you see, from beginning to end, you see the interweavings between people. And Inglourious Basterds was one of them, where you have the intertwining of different things, and it was interesting. Wasn't his best film, but I did enjoy it. But yeah, so that was a pretty good one. And then the other one that we watched, which I really enjoyed, and it was very very powerful, took place in American slave times. So yeah, we got a lot of problems with slave stuff, and lots of the N-word being said in that movie. So that one was called Django Unchained. So both movies, be careful. If you like movies, that's fine. These movies are very violent. The storytelling is very good, but be warned, they are very violent, okay? So, but yeah, the story is very interesting and very powerful. Part of the things that made Django Unchained so powerful for me, especially with the images that were being shown, was the fact that almost certainly the Black people in, Black Americans, and they weren't considered to be Americans, they were just property. But Black people in slave times in the US were not treated as humans. They were even though they could speak English. They could speak whatever. Like, they're people. Hello. So, but I feel like the imagery that all of the suffering that was being depicted, that was being shown in these movies, was also things that real Black people have suffered in the past. And it's not okay, guys. It's not okay. Slavery is not good. It's not good. But anyways, yeah, so that was really powerful. And the thing that my husband wanted me to tell you about was the actor Christoph Waltz, who played in both movies. And it was actually my first time to see his work. But, oh, and if you are a Leonardo DiCaprio fan, not Inglourious Bastards, Django Unchained has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. So if you like him, he plays a very bad man. He plays a very bad man. But yeah, the acting is phenomenal. The story was very good. The story was very good. And yeah, I really liked it. I liked it a lot. That one was very interesting because not so much of the Tarantino weaving that I'm used to seeing. It was pretty much a from beginning to end story. But it was fine. It was fine in this case. Honestly, I feel like if it had the layers that the typical Tarantino film has, it may have lost some of the visual impact of a lot of the different shots that were there. I mean, shots like the pictures being taken, not shots like that. Although there was plenty of that. Yeah, so a lot of gun violence, a lot of blood, a lot of just yuck. So if you don't like that kind of movie, don't watch them. I don't recommend them. If you're watching with your children, don't let them watch them. Please don't. They're very not for kids movies. Yeah. So the actor, so here, let me get the correct spelling. Yeah, so Christoph Waltz. Okay. So here we go. Boop. So he is Austrian and German, but he is an actor who can speak, I think my husband said 5 different languages. Amazing. And he won an Oscar. He won an Oscar for his acting in Inglourious Bastards. And you could hear him speaking very clearly German, French, and English. And some Italian. It was amazing. Very cool. So 4 languages he spoke in that movie. And he played a very bad man. It was actually interesting because he played a good man in Django Unchained, but he played a very bad man in Inglourious Bastards. It was very interesting. So it was also interesting because since we watched Django first, we're like, oh, we like him. And then to see him as such a terrible person in the second movie, we're like, I don't like him anymore. He's so scary. Yeah, so it was interesting to see the different acting from him. So that was really amazing. So second, I have been playing a lot of a particular video game that I kind of recently picked up. Probably picked up maybe 2 weeks ago. And we've been playing so much. My husband and I, we haven't really been fighting, but we've been fighting over the TV to see who gets to play. And it's, yeah, probably nobody cares about this, so I'll just talk about it quickly. So it's called Dragon Quest Builders 2. So yeah, Dragon Quest Builders 2. So the Dragon Quest series is a very popular series, in Japan. Raviolis. And it's kind of like Dragon Quest RPG plus kind of a Minecraft, so a kind of a sandbox building game comes together, and it's pretty darn fun. I like it a lot. So yes, that's what's been taking up a lot of my time. So I haven't been doing any videos or anything. Oops. Yeah, so okay. Now on to English. I want to share with you guys a couple of things. And let's see. So, okay. What do you call, okay, and I'll put this in the chat. What do you call a bad magic spell? So like in a fairy tale. So what do you call a bad magic spell? So the reason this came up is because one of my students told this Indonesian fairy tale, and not fairy story, fairy tale. And it was very interesting because she said she cast the magic spell, and I'm like, okay, that's not a magic spell. It is, but we have a special word for a negative magic spell. Does anyone know? Maybe everybody is asleep now because I was too boring talking about movies. Any ideas? Does my brother know? I don't know if my brother's still watching. All right. 3, 2, 1. A curse. A curse. Yes. So a curse is a negative magic spell. So if you have, like a princess is turned into a snail, which is what happened in this story. So a curse was put on the princess, so she turned into a snail. Okay, a snail, like a little guy with the house, and he comes out and he's like, boop. Yes. So that's that. And I wanted to talk to you about the most common, I bit my tongue. So what are the most common letters in English? Okay, so we're gonna say the top. Let's see. Okay, top 5 consonants and top 1 vowel. So of course, consonant is B, C, D. Vowel is A, E, I, O, U. And the reason we say A, E, I, O, U and not I, E, U, E, O is because in English we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. That's why A, E, I, O, U. Any ideas? Everybody is so quiet. Everybody's so quiet today. That's okay. All right. So the top 5 consonants are R, S, T, L, N, and the number 1 most popular vowel is E. And I will make sure that my face, let's see, okay, there we go. Oh, so Kazumi said A. That's a good guess. I would okay. My big brother's still watching. Ah! So he says he's also getting ready for work. Yes, you have to go to work. Yeah. So R, S, T, L, N, and E. And this is something from an American game show called Wheel of Fortune. And Wheel of Fortune. And let's see. So this is an American game show that has been on the air for a very, very long time. And what they do is you spin a big wheel, and look it up on YouTube. It's fantastic. It's been around for forever, and you can watch, videos of it, full episodes, no problem. It's good for listening. It's good for listening for English. So, people spin this big wheel. They land on so it's kind of like a ticker wheel. So pop, 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 pop. And then it lands on some like money. And if they can guess the letter in the word puzzle, then they can receive that amount of money. Kind of. Watch the show. It's very nice. I love this show. And this is where I learned that R, S, T, L, N, and E are the most common letters in English. How about the most common word in English? Does anyone know? The most common word in English. What is the most common word in English? I'll give you guys, I'm going to drink from my water bottle because I'm thirsty. I haven't talked to my brother in a long time. We need to catch up. Okay, so the most common word in English is the. That I think that's why when we're speaking as native speakers, the is dropped down so low, but you have to make sure that it doesn't drop all the way. You have to leave at least some sort of space to keep the rhythm. If you break the rhythm of the English, it sounds strange to our ears. That's the thing. So when people are like, what? Just, the or and or whatever. So yes. So it's the, right? So, my brother's so silly. He says, so he what he did, he typed out not the most common word in English, but the longest word in English, which is anti-disestablishmentarianism. And if you're not sure, check the chat. It's a lot of syllables. Oh man, go to work. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then let's see. So I wanted to talk about one more thing. Okay. So, what should I do? Okay. I'll ask you guys who are watching. Should I do one more topic or two more topics? It's up to you. I'll wait. Kazmi and Kanchan, what do you want? Yeah, I'm envious of my big brother because he can eat raviolis anytime he wants to. Also, Mexican food. So jealous. But, yeah. I want to eat more. No, I need to eat less. No. Yeah. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Such a bad boy. All right. No opinions? I know you guys are watching. What do you think? Kazumi Kanchan, I need your opinion. One topic more or two topics more? Because I'm thinking I might do one of the topics as a separate for like business stuff. Oh, so scary. So scary. No opinions at all? Maybe I'll save them for next time. Actually, you know, I think I will, because then I can make some slides. I just kind of wasn't feeling slides today. I don't know. I think I'm trying to make them too fancy, and it's not working. So I'm gonna simplify. I'm gonna make it more simple or simpler. Both are okay. More simple, simpler. Yeah, it's okay. Yes. All right. So I will leave it for today. And that will be it for us today. Thank you so much for coming. And of course, like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Give me hearts. Your hearts motivate me to do more work. Yeah. And comment if you want to. I don't know. Comment with questions. I want to answer your questions. All right? Okay. Hopefully I don't forget that I have to actually exit the thing and then dun. Yeah. Yes. This is what I do for a living for my brother. It's like, hey, this is my job. All right, guys, thanks so much for coming, and I will see you same time next week. Kazumi, I'll see you tomorrow morning, okay? All right, thanks, guys. Bye.